I finally received 85,000 euro allocation on a DAO-X account with a trading robot fully automatically. In the same account, I reached the permanent allocation target, which means in total I have 185,000 euro to trade with, and my next payout will be around 1,400 euro. So this is my DAO where I have 18% return in total with only 2.7% drawdown, which I believe is a key factor for the DAO-X risk engine. You can see a very steady balance line, and here is the allocation. So first I received 30k, then it was 130k because I reached the 100k permanent allocation, which I'll talk about in a second, and then another 50k, which made it 185,000 euro allocation. Now I'm waiting for the beginning of July to see how much allocation I'll get in this account. My current position is 48 out of the 8,638 participants in the silver level, and there is a rating calculator, so I can see that for the current month my return is 3.4. so with 3.4 I'll get about 65,000 euro allocation. Now if I do better, let's say the expert advisor makes 4% with my DAO, and it will be 75, and of course if it's more, the allocation increases. The maximum I can see is with a return of 8-9%, I believe, yeah, about 9%, I'll get 315,000 euro, but this is if I keep the risk equal, right, which is really hard for a fully automated system. And a little bit lower you can see the drawdown. Back in March there was a drawdown of negative 2.6 or 2.7, and then you can see that the drawdown stays below 2%. At the end of May there was a drawdown of negative 2.25%, but that is really good. Now before I show you my payout, let me show you the MetaTrader platform where I have the Powerhouse with the sharpshooter, and in this account I'll show the inputs because many of the subscribers ask me about that. I have a high risk. Also, if I scroll a little bit lower, you will see that I have max percentage loss of 9%, but as you saw, the drawdown is really low. I'll show it to you in a second with the FX Blue track record, and this is pretty much everything from the inputs. If I show you the account history, you'll see many profitable trades. Here we have a few losses, so you can see a few trades that closed at the same times. So arrange the trades according to the time when they opened right in here, and you will see that all of these trades, starting from this trade that opened quarter to 10 p.m. on the 16th of June, and the last trade here opened on the 17th at 3:30 in the morning. So this was the initial trade. It started trading with 0.34 in this 100k account virtual money that we have from DAO-X. The second trade is again 0.34. The third one is 0.51, again 0.51, 0.77, 0.77, and then two trades that opened with 116. So you can see the sharpshooter is increasing the lots, but every two trades are with the same lot size, and I believe this was one of the biggest recovery we had. Right in here there is another one, by the way, so you can see again that a few trades closed at the same time, and the recent two recovered the losses. So here I can see 1.69 as the highest lot, and if I scroll higher we will see more trades. But let me go to the stats on FX Blue so we can see this consistently winning profitable strategy. And if I switch to the equity, we will see the drawdown. So these small drawdowns are the ones where the lots increase and they recover, so it's nothing really to worry about. If I go to the stats, we will see some very promising statistics like 3.1 profit factor. The monthly monthly return is 3.3, which turns out to be ideal for DAO-NX. And if I go to strategy, we'll see that we have 661 trades in total. The average trade makes about $19. The best trade made 555, the worst negative 197. The average length for the trades is about 2.5 hours, and you can see that the strategy made above 4,000 pips. Now, if I go back to my DAO and I click on allocations, you will see that I have the 85,000 Darwinian allocation and 100k permanent allocation, which I unlocked by achieving 5% target from the moment I purchased the permanent allocation. And I'll zoom a little bit here so it will be more visible, but the green payout is the payout from the Darwinian allocation, and the purple, which is €821.78, is from the permanent allocation. The estimated performance fee is €1,421. This is the expected allocation I would get next month in July if the strategy performs in the very same way. If I increase it from here, you will see that the performance fees also increase. So it depends on the performance I will have from this moment. But if it remains the same, I'll get about 1,400, and a little bit lower, you can see exactly how it's calculated. So it's 15% performance fee. That's the total profit from the 85,000 euros. So to make it clear for the beginners that do not have experience with DAO-NX0, the 100k virtual money that I have in my MetaTrader is the money I am trading with that. So imagine that DAO-NX just attach another 85k to this 100k. I don't see them in my terminal, but they are attached to my account. They are linked to my account. So whatever profits I make in my account, they replicate to the 85 and to the 100k allocations, and they are paid quarterly. So for my Darwinian allocation, I would get it on the 1st of August, so my bad, it's not July, it is in August, and the quarter ends for my permanent allocation on the 18th of August. So I believe there is enough time for the sharpshooter to perform even better and to achieve some more returns. Of course, if the performance drops, my performance fee will be lower. However, from all of my accounts with DAO-NX, and you can see all of them on our website, the Powerhouse with the sharpshooter is the one that brings the highest payouts at the moment. Even though the closed profit is just $12,000, you can see that with 3 other accounts where I have the Waka Waka, the Vigorous, the Forest Gold Investor, only the Vigorous trading in this account, I have more closed profit, but the DAO-NX engine likes the sharpshooter more, probably because of the steady performance, because of the low drawdown, and because of the asset that it's trading, which is the euro-dollar. Also, the Vigorous got disqualified from the Darwinian silver because of the high correlation. That's normal with me. I accepted already the fact that whenever I share an expert advisor on YouTube and many people start using it on DAO-NX, we get high correlation for everybody. This is why if you decide to use the sharpshooter, make sure you use it in a little bit different way. One of the ways is to trade it on a different currency pair, which Marin from the team has shared in a video, and you will find the link down below in the description. And if you already have a DAO-NX account and you want to check your correlation, just go to the main page where your DAO is and click on correlation, and you will see if you are highly correlated with other users. There is one more trader that I suppose is trading the sharpshooter. You can see that we have 0.87 as correlation, which is alright, but if that number gets close to 100, then we might get disqualified. So there is no point of copying others on Darwin X0 or using the very same expert as I am showing, because you will get correlated and probably your account, because I started earlier, your account will get disqualified. So with the sharpshooter, it's a fantastic strategy, but backtest it on a different currency pair or enable the randomization feature to get different trading results. And that was actually the reason I've made all of my Darwin X accounts visible on the website, as well as the accounts from my team, so you can see exactly which expert advisors we already trade and what are the results in these accounts. And we're actually testing the opportunity to combine a few different expert advisors, so our accounts won't get correlated, so we will not depend on one strategy or EA in a single account, but from now on we will combine more and more different expert advisors in our accounts, so we will stay with lower correlation. And I'm recording a little bit more at the beginning of July, because on the 1st of July I received another 70k allocation, so the assets under management now are 255 euro allocation. So it's the 100k permanent allocation and 155,000 euro Norwegian allocation. You can see that my current position is 22. The performance in June was 3.83, 1.21 so far in July, and if I show you the withdrawals, you will see that they increased to nearly 2,000 euros. So 914 from the Darwania 155,000 euro and above 1,060 euro from the 100k permanent allocation. So these are the results just before publishing the video, but keep an eye on the track record to see how it goes. I'll leave the link to Darwin X down below in the description, guys. If you want to grab an account, use the coupon Petko to apply additional 20% discount. I usually take the monthly for all of my accounts, and once I see that I receive allocation, I switch to the yearly. And if the expert advisor continues to profit, I take the permanent allocation, and then I would switch to the 3-year plan, which actually is the best price for a long-term trading with Darwin X0, but I'll leave that on you. Start it easy with 38 euro until you find your strategy or expert advisor that you are comfortable trading with, and then chase the allocations and the permanent allocation targets. As always, guys, I thank you so much for watching. Before you go, check out this video on my site and you will learn more about sharpshooter, which is one of the best strategies according to the vendor as well. Love you, trade safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.